Okay, let's talk. I kind of had an idea, and I don't know if it's a good one or a bad one. I got mixed feelings on this, so I'm going to throw it out to you folks and see what you think. So recently, I've kind of come into some struggles with YouTube. They demonetized my videos, and believe me, I am not getting rich off YouTube by any means. But you know, it allows me to buy a box of bullets or a couple tools here and there, which is great because that just helps with content and getting information out and stuff like that. But I've had to challenge some of those, and so far I've been successful. But there's a huge amount of people out there in the gun community, and not just guns. It's it's freedom of speech, it's guns, it's anything political, super religious, this way, that way, anything controversial. And it seems like everything's controversial. I don't believe that everything is. I believe the media just simply blows it up. That's my opinion. I could be right, I could be wrong, whatever. But there's a lot of talk about, and there's people out there that they've just taken their videos down. Just whoop, wipe them out. Nope, can't post this. It's too much this way or too much that way or whatever, and whatever. I don't really care. But I do kind of care because in some sense, I like to do this. I like to provide content. I know that a lot of people get to learn a lot that I've learned, and I like to share that knowledge with you folks watching this channel. And there's a lot of channels like mine that are doing the same thing. But there's talk, whether it'll ever happen or not, I have no idea, about, basically, if you're not making cookies, you can't post on YouTube. And I don't know. I just don't know where it's going to go. So I had an idea. What if we were to create a complete video series on DVD, on a complete custom rifle build, start to finish, on maybe a few different models, which there's really only sort of two out there. Don't hang me for saying that. You have your Savage, you have your Remington. Savage, obviously, threaded barrel with a nut. The other ones, you have to cut the shoulder, so on and so forth. Whether it's a Tikka, Remington, they're similar. A lot of the steps are the same. So I've been talking to some folks on YouTube. I've had actually some folks email me, leave me some messages through YouTube about doing, do you have this available on DVD? Have you thought about doing it? And I never really thought about it, but now I'm kind of thinking that I've had to challenge YouTube for some of my videos. So it got me thinking. If YouTube ever were to go, okay, no gun stuff, no political stuff, no this, no that, whatever they decide, then this channel would be gone unless I go back to cooking some steaks or cookies, whatever. But that leaves all the viewers just kind of hanging, right? And so I don't know where to go with this. So I'm honestly just asking for some feedback. What if I were to produce a very, very in-depth video series available on DVD, probably more in-depth than I could ever produce on YouTube, because the view time, YouTube audience typically only watches 5 minutes. That's the average. A lot of this in-depth stuff is way more than 5 minutes. It just is. I can't. It's hard to shorten it up. So when we're talking about building a precision rifle with contouring the barrels, fitting the stocks, glass bedding, trigger jobs, all this kind of stuff. What about doing a series available on DVD with the entire process, a very, very in-depth process with the lathe operation, the mill operation, the bedding, the this, the that, the contouring, the whole 9 yards, muzzle brakes, threading the barrels. I mean, just the whole thing. And of course, I'll still continue to post to YouTube. So don't think that's going to stop. It's not. I'll post until they tell me I can't. Maybe they'll never tell me I can't. But if they ever did, that information, it's gone. So I thought about, what if we did a DVD series, and of course we'd start with a Savage, because the typical homeowner just in their garage they can build these with minimal amount of tools. Pre-order the pre-cut Savage barrels and order your recoil lug, glass bed, things like that. When you start getting into Remingtons or doing custom contours, your custom stuff here on the threading, whatever, that's all lathe work, some mill work, things like that. So we could cover all that. So I'm thinking about doing an actual DVD series that we could offer through our website or whatever. That, whatever the cost is, I don't know what the cost is. We'll have to look further into this. I don't know if they're $2 or $5 or $10. I don't know. Or do you sell them as a series? I'm not looking to, of course, business is business. I got to make a couple bucks. I'm not looking to get rich, but is that something that you folks would be interested in? And I mean start to finish. Like if we were to build this gun, this would probably wind up being 3 hours of footage minimum. And the same thing with a Remington. And I'm also thinking about doing a complete custom stock by hand out of I don't know what kind of stock yet, whether it's laminate or fiberglass or whatever, for the 6.5 Lapua. And so I don't know. I'm just going to throw it out there and see what sticks. And if you're interested, if you think it's a good idea, just let me know. Yay, nay, I don't know. But it's just something I thought about that, as YouTube continues to sort of crack down, and things were getting better, and then they got worse again, and then they get a little bit better, and then they got worse again. So I don't know where to go with this. But as other creators and other friends and shooters that I associate with continue to talk about the subject, the idea came up that maybe we should offer this on DVD, so that folks out there that are very interested in doing this for themselves could still have that information. And by the way, I am shocked at the response I've got from this channel. I've got people from Texas, from Michigan, Utah, Idaho, Missouri, Kentucky. You know who you are. Appreciate the phone call the other day. And so I know that there's people out there interested in how to do this, and but is it worth doing? Again, I have no idea what the cost would be, but I would certainly be willing to entertain the idea. So, by the way, not to change the subject, but I did get my metal trigger guard for this fine rifle here, and weather permitting, we'll be shooting this thing on Friday, coming up here real soon. So we'll see how it shoots. Cross my fingers. I'm hoping this is a real tack driver, but factory ammo, you never know. So anyways, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up, like it, dislike it, whatever you want to do. Just give me an idea where we stand. What do you think? So, long enough. I'll stop rambling. We'll see you soon.